This video will walk you through unboxing and setting up your RICOH Ri 4000 printer. Location plays a big role, and there are a lot of factors that can affect your printer's operation. Make sure that it's in a safe, clean environment, and temperature and humidity levels are within range of what's recommended. At your print location, you should also have a Windows 10, 11, or later computer as well as a heat press. Before unboxing the printer, we recommend placing it next to the table where you'll be setting it on. Start by removing the plastic covering the box. Next, remove the shipping straps. Now remove the top cover and the foam at the top and back of the printer. Ensure that you keep all packing materials provided. You will need these materials when transporting the printer between locations. These will also be required in order to send the printer in for repairs or modifications. Now remove the corner inserts. You'll find all of the accessories at the front of the printer. Before proceeding, please set aside and identify the following items: a ColorGate software license, soft touch heat press paper, a standard medium-sized platen, an accessory box labeled A, which contains cleaning applicators, lint-free wipes, cleaning pads, protective gloves, an eyedropper tool, RICOH grease, and a cleaning head jig 2. There's also an accessory box labeled B, which contains waste tubes for the ink and cleaner, a waste tube for the enhancer, an Ethernet cable, a protective cap for the enhancer carriage, the power cord for the printer, and a pair of magnetic holders for the platen frame. With the other accessories, you'll also find a pair of waste bottles for the ink, cleaner, and enhancer, as well as RICOH cleaning liquid type P1. Once you've identified all of these items, remove the rest of the loose foam from the front of the printer. Finally, remove the box's side frame. You're now ready to move the printer. The table you're placing the printer should be able to support at least 400 pounds. 6 people are required in order to move the Ri 4000 onto a table safely. Use the handles on the bottom of the printer when lifting. You can find stickers on the side of the printer that identify them. Lastly, remove the foam in front of the table. Remember to store all packaging materials in case you need to transport the printer in the future. Now you're ready to set up your printer. First, open the top cover. Pull down the tape holding it and then gently lift it until it sits upright. Now slowly move out the table so that we can remove the foam inside of the printer. Then remove the foam. You can then close the cover. Now we can connect the waste bottles. Start by removing the lid for each waste bottle. Feed the waste tube through the lid so that approximately 2 inches hang off the bottom. Then secure the cap onto the lid. Now we're going to attach the waste tubes to the back of the printer. Station the bottles upright so that there's no obstacles in the flow and there's no spilling. Remove the towelette and use the labels as reference for which waste tube corresponds to which inlet. Make sure to push the adapter all the way in so that it's secured in its position. If in the future you need to remove the waste ink tubes for any reason, make sure that you push down on the ring as you pull out the tube so that you do not damage the inlet. Repeat the process for all 3 tubes. Once you've connected all 3 tubes, use the straps on the bottles in order to secure them under the table. you can remove any protective foam lining the edges of the printer. Open the drawer on the front left side of the printer to find the cleaning reservoir. Fill the bottle with the RICOH cleaning liquid type P1 that was provided with the printer. Now we'll set up the power cable. Once you've connected the cord to a power source, you can connect the other end to the back of the printer. Flip the switch on the back of the printer next to the plug. Now you can power on the printer by holding down the button at the front next to the display. Once the screen lights up, you can let go. Remove the ink cartridges from the protective packaging. Agitate the white ink cartridges by shaking them for 1 minute. You should agitate the white ink cartridges in this way every day. This will keep your prints brighter and increase the lifespan of the cartridge. Now insert all of the ink cartridges. The white cartridges are interchangeable and can be inserted into either white cartridge slot. You should have one for each of the 4 colors. The cartridges are all physically keyed so that they cannot be inserted into the wrong slot. Now insert the enhancer cartridges into the slots on the right side. Make sure that you have the ink cartridges and not the cleaner cartridges. The ink cartridges have colored labels on their outside edges. If you aren't sure which type of cartridge you're holding, you can check the label on the side. Once the printer detects all of the cartridges, it will begin to fill the lines with ink. The charging process takes about 23 minutes. You'll see the percentage shown on the display as it progresses. Do not open the cover or remove any cartridges during this process or it will interrupt. Unpack the standard platen and attach it to the base by aligning the 2 pins. Once the printer is completely filled with ink, we're going to run a nozzle check. Put a transparency film on the table. Make sure that you're on the print tab by hitting the shirt icon on the bottom left of the screen. Then press the height adjust button. The table will align itself and then move to the back of the printer. Then navigate to the Maintenance tab, which is the second icon on the bottom of the screen. If the table's at the back of the printer, you can press the nozzle check button, and then select it for both heads. Then press Print. If there are any missing lines on the nozzle check, you'll want to run Auto Head Cleans on that head. You can run Auto Head Cleans by clicking the button next to the nozzle check. It will then allow you to select which heads you want to clean and whether to do a normal or a strong head clean. After completing the head clean, redo the nozzle check to see if the lines have improved. Repeat this process until the nozzle check looks good. This concludes our RI4000 unboxing.